Hi everyone, this is Harmony with Harmony Stitches and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for all the views and subscriptions and comments on last week's and all the other videos that I've posted. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come visit me and see what I'm up to. Here on my channel, we talk about my crafting journey, which usually revolves around cross stitch, but sometimes has some knitting and crochet thrown in. So this week, I stitched quite a bit, and I started some new projects, so we'll talk about those. I'm hoping to make this video quick because the space that I film is upstairs and we don't have AC up here and it is quite hot. And come to find out, our AC unit that we use downstairs died, so we don't have AC downstairs either. So I've been really hot all day. And later on this week, we're supposed to have a little bit of a cool down, so I'm looking forward to that. So let's get started so I can go back downstairs where it is a bit cooler. So last week, I started the Stitching with the Housewives Tree Farm series. There's 4 of them. And I was working on bringing home the tree last week when I visited you. Or maybe I don't even know if I started it. I'm not sure. I think I did. And I said I was going to keep working on them until I got all 4 of them done. I did get Bringing Home the Tree finished. And so there's that one. I started another one, and I don't know the names of any of them, but let's see. I started one and got the white in all the way across the bottom. And this one has one of those old vehicles that have like the wood panels on them. And I don't have the proper color for the wood panel. So I had to stop working on that one, and I picked up another one, and I got this far by Friday night. And so this one's the back of a truck, and it has a tree, or a back of a vehicle, and it has a tree in it, and a tree and a snowman. So I've started a little bit, and then I just ran out of steam on Friday night. But everything's in here, ready to go for next time. I think I'll work on this off and on throughout the month of June, see how far I can get. Because summer sock camp is going on too, and we'll talk about that next. Today is the last day of May, so I needed to get my stitches in my project, The Lady of the Flag, because that's the piece that I'm using for the Travel the USA challenge in the Michigan cross stitch group. I had to do 637 stitches to get all of them in to make it. I believe we were supposed to go to Madison, Wisconsin this month. It's been a long month. I had a lot of interruptions, especially this last week. We had graduation and all kinds of things happening. Family vacation happened in May. The play my daughter was in. So a lot of different things were taking up my time, but I finally just sat down today and I said, I'm going to get this done. And this is why the video is coming to you on Monday evening instead of Sunday evening like normal, because I did not want to come to you with another video update without getting my Lady of the Flag done. So for those of you that have never seen her, this is Lady of the Flag by Nora Corbett from Mirabilia Designs. This is an out-of-print chart that I was given as a gift. And I've been working on this since January 9th. And since, I think, February, I've been using it as the focus piece for the Travel the USA challenge. So like I said, this month I had to get 639 stitches, and I think I got slightly over that just by a couple, because I had to finish my thread out. So here we are. My Lady of the Flag version is in teals because my daughter wanted her to look like the Statue of Liberty personified. So I worked on more of the flag over here, and I worked on some of the teals up in this area. So it is coming together. This is the left edge. So all the way up through that dark red is finished. And then this has some more over on the right edge, and I'm slowly working myself over to it. I'm stitching that on 30 count linen by on the primitive hair. It's called We the People. You can order it from your local needle workshop. They should be able to get it for you. Yeah, I'm really super excited about that, even though I was having a really hard time getting motivated to stitch on it today, or this weekend in general. I could have worked on it anytime this weekend, but I felt like I was behind, and when I get behind, I kind of lose my motivation. So I'm glad that I sat down and did that today. June is going to be a little bit harder because every Saturday in June is occupied by graduation parties. So I'm probably going to have to stitch it on Sundays after I film my video because I won't have any other time to do so. So I'll stitch it on Sunday and then you'll see it the following week. So, okay. So the next thing I have to talk about is summer sock camp. I showed you a few of my yarn options last week, and I went with, for my first sock, is the Mary Maxim Bamboo Prince. And I went with this one because it was the only one that I could just start right now. All of the other ones have to be wound up, and this one didn't have to be. So I started this. I started with the intent to make the gemstone pattern by Marley Bird. And I actually was through the cuff and about 12 rows in, and it's a diagonal pattern. And my diagonals were all messed up. And I'm like, oh my heavens. So I ripped it back, and I didn't like, it's not that I didn't like the pattern, but I don't like to purl, and there was lots of purling. So I decided to choose a different pattern. And this one is called Do You French? I don't know what that means, but it is a cute little pattern. I'm all tangled. And this is what it looks like. It has a braided cable down the side. And when I did the heel flap and the heel turn and then picked up my stitches and came back to the instep, I don't know if you can see it, but I think I messed up my cable and did the wrong side. I think I did the front instead of doing the back cable, which, I mean, these are just for me. I'm not entering them into a contest, so it's okay. But hopefully on sock number 2, I can get it right and have the cable be consistent the whole way through. Oops, I'm almost losing stitches. I'm not quite done with my gusset stitches, so on this little 9-inch circular, there's just a little bit too many. But I am a good portion of the way through my gusset decreases. And I do really like see, now it's almost falling off that side. I really need to work on this to get these gusset stitches done. But I worked on this Saturday and Sunday, which was yesterday and the day before. And I thought I got some good progress in. It's basically just plain knitting with, it's an 8-row repeat. So there's only 2 cable rows in the whole entire, in the 8-row repeat. So that's not that bad. It doesn't take that long. So I'm hoping to have at least sock 1 done in a few days. Just depends on how much time I get. So that's summer sock camp. I did post a link to it in last week's video. So if you want to learn more, go to last week's video and click the link to go over to the Crazy Sock Ladies YouTube channel. In that video, she explains the entire summer sock camp. It did kick off on May 28th, but you have plenty enough time because it runs pretty much all summer long. Cross stitch wise, my plan for the rest of the day is to start Memorial Day by Hands On Design. I got this a year or so ago and wanted to start this last year on Memorial Day, but I found that I didn't have any fabric to stitch it on. So this year I do have fabric. I have all the flosses ready to go. I'm going to be stitching it on 28 count white Monaco, and I'm going to start that today and see how much work how many stitches I can get in on it. And then it'll probably be set aside and put on the whip wheel for when I bring the whip wheel back. And I'll probably do that after I get my summer sock camp socks done. I'm planning on 4 pair, and once I get the 4 pair done, then I will switch back over to my whip wheel and see if I can make any progress on those things. That is all of, I was going to say that was all that I have to share with you, but they were having a floss sale at Joann's this week, and I had a $5 gift card left over from something, and then I had another gift card, and I figured if I paired those together, I did the math, figured out how many skeins I could get. So I took some of the charts that I had in my stash, mostly freebies, but some I bought, and I wrote down the floss I needed and tried to figure out which flosses I needed. So I think I got 4 or 5 projects kitted up with floss this weekend. That was the only thing that I purchased, with just some skeins, 22 skeins of floss. That now is all that I have to share with you. I am sweating. My glasses won't stay up. I'm going to get out of this hot room. I hope that this week you have the inspiration to pick up something, whether it's a languishing whip that you would like to get some progress on, or maybe you're going to try something new. Get some crafting in, and I'll see you next week. Bye.